Good day everyone, welcome to another episode of tax training, and today we will discuss to you the general principles of taxation, the definition, concept, and purpose of taxation. But before that, I would like to say thank you sa ating mga subscriber. Umabot na po tayo ng 7,370. And thank you also sa YouTube for this opportunity. Okay, so general principles of taxation, the definition, concept, and purpose of taxation. Definition and concept, ano po ba itong taxation, no? So the taxation is a revenue raising measure, no? Para mag-generate ng revenue, magkaroon ng, in short, pera para panggastos ng gobyerno. This is a mode of raising revenue for public purpose, the exercise of sovereign power to raise revenue for the expenses of the government, no? So para makalikom ng halaga para panggastos ng gobyerno. Yan po ang taxation. It is the process or means by which the sovereign, no, itong sovereign, itong bansa natin, through its lawmaking body raises income to defray the necessary expenses of government. A method of apportioning the cost of government among those who in some measure the privilege to enjoy its benefits and must therefore bear its burden. 51 American Jurisprudence 34, 1 Coli 72-93. No? So, bakit po may pangungulekta, no, dito sa taxation? Para yung mga nakikinabang din po sa benepisyo na binibigay ng gobyerno, magsishare din ng burden. So, ibig sabihin, tutulong din sila para ma-sustain ng gobyerno. Magbibigay sila ng halaga para ma-sustain naman ng gobyerno yung serbisyo na binibigay niya at ini-enjoy ng mga tao. No? As a power, yung taxation as a power, it refers to the inherent power of the state to demand enforced contributions for public purpose or purposes. Ano itong sinasabing inherent power of the state? Yung inherent power, nandyan na yan, no? Kahit hindi mo ilagay sa constitution, hindi mo ilagay sa batas, inherent na siya. Kasabayan na nag-create ng isang bansa, nandyan na rin yung power of taxation. So, it is described as a destructive power, nakakasira, no? Which interferes with the personal and property rights of the people and takes from them a portion of their property for the support of the government. Under Paseo Realty and Development Corporation versus CA Court of Appeals, GR number 119286, 2004. No? So, yun po yung case. Bakit destructive power siya? Naninira. Kasi, nag-i-intervene siya ng personal at saka yung property rights ng tao, no? So, yun po yung sinasabi ko pag nagle-lecture ako sa mga networkers natin na kumikita sila ng malaki sa commission nila, pero hindi sila registered sa BIR, hindi sila nagbabayad ng income, hindi sila nagbabayad ng VAT, no? So, ano po sabi ko sa kanila, isipin na lang natin na sa bawat income na ma-generate po natin, may tax lien dyan ang gobyerno natin through the BIR. At magkano po yan? So, kung titingnan natin, magkano ba yung rate ng income tax? 35%. So, kung nasa maximum rate ka na 35%, so magkano yun? Kung halimbawa kumita ka ng 1,000, so 35% niyan is 350. So, 650 lang pala yun sa iyo, ang 350 para yan sa gobyerno. At pag hindi mo binigay yan sa gobyerno, yung para sa kanya, anong gagawin niya? Destructive siya. Kukunin niya yung property mo to answer for the payment of taxes. So, ganun po na makapangyarihan yung bansa natin pagdating na po sa pagbabayad ng taxes. Purpose, revenue raising. Primary purpose of taxation is to provide funds or property with which to promote the general welfare and protection of its citizen, no? So, anong primary purpose? Ano yung pinakaunang dahilan kung bakit may taxation tayo? Para magkaroon ng pondo or property na gagamitin din para sa ikabubuti ng tao at saka sa protection po ng kanyang mga citizens, no? Fees may be properly regarded as taxes even though they also serve as an instrument of regulations. Kasi itong mga fees, itong mga regulatory fees, for purposes of regulation siya, nagre-regulate. Pero, pwede rin siya na may purpose ng taxes. If the purpose is primarily revenue, then at least one of the real and substantial purposes, then the exaction is properly called a tax. Pagka ang purpose talaga niya is para magkaroon ng pera, magkaroon ng pondo ang gobyerno natin, then it can properly be called a tax, no? PAL versus IDO, GR number L401383, 1998. Yan po yung case. Non-revenue or spatial or regulatory purpose po ng taxation. Taxation is often employed as a device for regulation by means of which certain effects or conditions envisioned by governments may be achieved, no? Taxes may be levied with a regulatory purpose to provide means for rehabilitation and stabilization of a threatened industry which is affected with public interest as to within the police power of the state, no? So ano tong mga industry na may public interest? Ito yung mga bangko, ito yung nasa media, no? Involved yan sila ng public interest. Why? Kasi yung operations nila, naaapektuhan dyan yung tao o yung public interest. Yung mga engaged sa communication, sa mga utilities, no? Public interest po yan kasi para yan sa welfare po ng mga tao, no? The regulatory purposes are also known as sumptuary, no? So taxation can, ito yung magagawa ng taxation. Strengthen anemic enterprises or provide incentive to greater production through grant of tax exemption. So, anong ginagawa po ng taxation? In certain cases, mayroon silang tutulungan na certain industry nagkakaroon po ng exemption, no? So, hindi pinapabayad ng buhis. So, isang example na dyan, yung mga exempt natin sa tax, yung binibigyan ng incentive ng gobyerno, halimbawa itong export sale na zero rated siya sa VAT, no? So, hindi ka magbabayad ng 12% na VAT, pero makaklaim ka pa ng input, no? So, incentive yan sa industry na zero rated kasi export. Bakit siya naging export? At saka bakit siya nakakatulong? Kasi nakapag-generate siya ng foreign currency na papasok dito sa Pilipinas at nakakaganda po ng economy. Protect local industries against foreign competition by imposing additional taxes on imported goods or encourage foreign trade by providing tax incentives on importing goods, no? So anong nagagawa ng taxation? Pinoproteksyonan niya yung mga local industries natin, no? Ito yung mga local businesses dito against foreign competition. Bakit? Kasi nire-regulate niya, nag-impose pa siya ng additional taxes pagka imported, no? So that mas ma-encourage ngayon yung local na makipag-compete doon sa mga imported goods, no? So be a bargaining tool by setting tariff rates first at a relatively high level before trade negotiations are entered into another country. So nagsiset siya ng mataas na babayaran mo pagka import ka ng goods, no, sa ibang bansa at a higher level, no? So mas mataas. Okay. So bago yung negotiations. So although ngayon parang naka-standardize na rin yung mga fees natin with other countries, no? Pagdating sa mga importation ng goods. Be a bargaining tool. Letter D, halt inflation in periods of prosperity to curb spending power and ward off depression in periods of slump to expand business. So yun yung since regulatory siya, nakokontrol niya. So kung may inflation, nakakarb niya yung spending power, no? Kasi pag may tax, tataas, no? Ward off depression in period of slump to expand business, no? So na-adjust. Reduce inequalities in wealth and income. Bakit reduce inequality in wealth and income? Kasi mas malaki yung kita mo, mas malaki yung babayan mo na tax kasi graduated po yung ating tax rate. So it is a progressive system of taxation, no? For instance, the estate, donors, and income taxes, their payers being the recipients of unearned wealth or mostly in highly income brackets. Progressive system of taxation prevents the undue concentration of wealth in the hands of a few individuals. Progressivity is keystoned on the principle that those who are able to pay shoulder the bigger portion of the tax burden. No? So, the more you earn, the more you pay tax. No? Sa VAT naman, the more you consume, the more you pay tax. Taxes may be levied to promote science and invention, or to finance educational activities, or to improve the efficiency of local police forces in the maintenance of peace and order through grant or subsidy. Another is be an implementation of the police power to promote the general welfare. So yun po yung nagagawa ng taxation. Protect local industries from foreign competition. So taxation is no longer envisioned as a measure merely to raise revenue to support the existence of the government. Taxes may be levied with a regulatory purpose to provide means for the rehabilitation and stabilization of a threatened industry which is affected with public interest to be within the police power of the state. Caltex versus COA, GR number 92585, 1992. No? So, taxation protects the local industries from foreign competition. To address push for the government's health measure, just like what happened in the landmark legislation on sin taxes in 2012. No? So, C, Republic Act number 10351. So, push for the government's health measure. Ano yung health measure? Diba nakakasama yung pagsisigarilyo. Kaya anong ginawa ng gobyerno? Impose sin taxes to the manufacturer of cigarettes. So, masyado nang mahal yung sigarilyo ngayon. No? Tinaasan yung tax nila. Our topic is about general principles of taxation. This is only part 1, no? Sa definition, concept, and purpose of taxation. So, ano yung purpose ng taxation natin? To raise revenue for the expenses or to defray the expenses of the government. Okay, so with that, I would like to say thank you and have a good day.